All right, so they just got announced earlier today. If you didn't know, if you did know, congrats. Now you're going to be watching this bullshit. So I have not seen much about exactly what was added on for like who's nominated. I only heard a couple of things, but not much. So we're just gonna kind of hop into it to see how everything is. Oh, I should actually do the sign-in thing, huh? Yeah, that's a good idea, right? Yeah. All right, signed in. Okay, so let's actually see what the nominees are. So let's check this out. So again, all this was literally announced earlier today. So let's start the voting. All right, game of the year. Let's start off with this. All right, so honestly, 100%, I know I'm gonna get friggin' scrutinized, but personally speaking, because this is the game that I'm biased. Obviously, the game that I enjoy the most is Alan Wake 2, because I fucking love it. I mean, hell, this game is friggin' amazing. So yeah, we'll go with that. All right, next. Let's see. Best game direction. Creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. I would say Alan Wake 2. The only reason why I'm selecting Alan Wake 2 is because, one, I haven't played Baldur's Gate, but I heard it's somewhat decent. Tears of the Kingdom, Peanut would just freaking go on about that all the time. I don't know when Super Mario Bros. Wonder came out, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Didn't even realize it came out. So that says a lot. Spider-Man 2, not something that I normally play. Well, obviously because it's, it's on PlayStation, so that's kind of one thing. So I'll select onto that. All right, let's see what else we got here. Best narrative. Ooh. See, the one thing is that I bet Baldur's Gate's gonna win. No shot. Like, there's no surprise to that if it wins. Final Fantasy 16, I don't know. Again, I don't play that. I heard a lot of good things about Marvel's Spider-Man 2. But out of the two, because obviously I played, Phantom Liberty and I played Alan Wake 2. Gone through those, finished those up. We're gonna go with Alan Wake. Look, it's not my fault that I'm a sucker for Alan Wake. I love the game. I love the series. Best art direction. Ooh, that's gonna be hard. Because even though I haven't played this had really nice, like, visuals. It was very beautiful to look at. This also, I haven't seen much about Hi-Fi Rush, not gonna lie. Again, not my personal thing. But then also, Alan Wake, sucker for Alan Wake. So, let's see. No, I think Lies of P might just edge out because I do like the whole atmosphere of that. As much as I love Alan Wake 2, I think this one's based more off of uniqueness. Because again, like I said, the three that I've seen, Tears of the Kingdom, Lies of P, and Alan Wake 2, this is like one of the more unique options, because obviously if you've gone through Bright Falls, you have gone through Bright Falls like twice. Dark Place? Yeah, Dark Place. That was really cool. Again, that one's just fucking beautiful, but I'm gonna go Lies of P for that, for art direction. Best score and music. All right, just off of default, because I haven't listened to any of the other score from Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi, or Tears of the Kingdom, Alan Wake 2. I wouldn't be surprised if Tears of the Kingdom wins. Maybe even Hi-Fi Rush, because I've heard that had some very interesting score. But I loved Alan Wake's music. Like I said, I'm a sucker for it. Best audio design. Oh, Dead Space is in this. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that wins. That wins. I'm sorry. As much as I would want to say like, oh, Resident Evil 4 or Spider-Man 2 or Alan Wake, Dead Space, the way that they played that, the remake of it is just so good. I can't like not say Dead Space. One of my favorite horror games, especially as this is more psychological and this is more survival. These two are like my favorite horror games of all time. They're up in the top 3. Outlast is also up there, just because of the dynamics of that. But the sound design within Dead Space is just so good. Best performance: Ben Starr, Cameron Monaghan, Idris Elba, Melanie Liburd. I think. I don't know. I don't want to be ruining her name. Neil Newborn, and then Yuri Lowenthal. Honestly, I have to be deciding between these two. And personally, I think Saga Anderson had been more engaging. Granted, she was a playable character, but I feel like she had, I don't know, more attitude behind it. Like, as much as I enjoyed Idris Elba's like, you know, presence as Solomon, I think Saga's better. Again, slight bias. What'd you expect? Innovation and accessibility. I feel like Diablo 4, I don't know. I've heard they've done a lot. I know that Forza Motorsport has done a fuck ton. Normally they've been doing very well with that. Street Fighter 6, I don't know. Mortal Kombat 1, I think they're both in the same category, maybe. So again, I don't play fighter games. Not sure about Marvel Spider-Man 2, but you know, the only one that I can really go based off of experience is Forza Motorsport. They're very good when it comes to that, because the accessibility options are nuts, even though I don't use them. Games for impact. Okay, so this is something that I really don't know that much. So this is going to be kind of like completely arbitrary type deal. I'm assuming these are all like small little games that had like an impact or some kind of story behind it. And this is what I like to call the cover art vote, where I just go based off of solely the cover art and nothing else. That's what happens. It happens. I'm gonna say this one. This one looks cool. Go with that. Why not? You know. All right. Best ongoing. All right. Fortnite, Final Fantasy 14, Apex, Cyberpunk, and Genshin. I can't say much about Genshin. I know Apex has been doing fairly well in terms of battle royales. I honestly don't know why Cyberpunk is in here, to be honest. Like, not to insult CD Projekt Red, but I do not believe you are supposed to be in this category. But it does kind of make sense. It does fit the definition, like outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Technically, if we were to go with that, it does follow that. But again, it's a bit of a I don't know. I feel like it might be between Fortnite and Final Fantasy 14, just because one, Respawn's kind of stuck with the same kind of motif with it, maybe added a couple of things here and there, but again, it's just like new champions. While Final Fantasy 14 has been adding a lot more expansions, they've been kind of rolling on heavy with the new stuff, and you know, I have to admit, great work on theirs. And then Fortnite's Fortnite. I mean, like, yeah, you have like little kids friggin' playing it all the time, and they just came out with like OG Fortnite, brought back the old island. But I'm gonna go with 14 on this. Best community support. But all right. I'm just gonna say this. Best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches. One of these things does not belong, and trust me, it ain't No Man's Sky. How the fuck do you pull this off? How? Just how? Like, I need a good understanding on how the fuck Destiny 2 was nominated for this. Not even 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks after the massive layoffs that have occurred on the 30th of October. Not even 2 weeks. Actually, no, it's been just 2 weeks. It's been just over 2 weeks at this point. What the fuck? Like, when did they take these votes? When did they decide to nominate this? This is so stupid. Oh my god, I just can't. I can't deal with this shit. I'm just gonna go with fucking Final Fantasy 14 just off of fucking principle. Anyone who votes for this, I'm sorry, you're wrong. There's no shot. You cannot do that. Oh my god, you just can't. You cannot. There's no reason to. Best indie game: Cocoon, Dredge, Sea of Stars, Viewfinder, and Dave the Diver. Okay, so I have seen a bunch of these ones. Dave the Diver, really good game. I actually enjoy it. It's a really cool exploration game, as well as kind of like a restaurant management game. Really cool stuff. Dredge, if I remember correctly, is kind of the same thing as Dave the Diver. However, instead of going into that, oh, this is like you to get a restaurant management, it's you also have a story that's going on in the background, kind of like, oh, this place is like fucking possessed and there's like fucking Cthulhu in there, and it's actually really, really freaking interesting. And then Viewfinder is a really cool puzzle game where essentially it's like you use images and pictures to essentially navigate your way through the world and trying to get to the end, which is actually a really, really cool concept. I always like concepts like that just because it's really nice. Sea of Stars, unfortunately, I can't really say much about it. Cocoon, same thing. I don't know that much about it. So we're gonna go with, honestly, I'll go Dave the Diver. I think that's a good game on that one. Best debut indie game. All right, I don't know Pizza Tower, don't know Venba, don't know Cocoon. Again, I literally just like talked about both Viewfinder and Dredge. Personally, I think Dredge, it sticks with you a little bit more, but also Viewfinder can also have that impact. So out of the two, I honestly would have to go with Dredge. Just because, again, I'm somebody who likes like super interesting, like all big things. Best mobile, I don't fucking know. I don't play mobile games. We'll go with Honkai Star Rail. Why not? Fuck it. Like, yeah, let's vote up a gacha game. Best VR/AR. I heard Resident Evil Village is really nice. I know GT7 is fucking amazing with that. Don't know the other ones. Honestly, I might just go with Gran Turismo 7. Just because, again, I am a sucker for racing. All right. Best action game. So we have Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Dead Island 2, Armored Core 6, and okay, well, that's kind of like an easy one for me. Out of all of these, I haven't touched Armored Core. Ghost Runner has kind of been something I've been interested in, but never really got around to it. Dead Island 2, haven't touched the game. I doubt I will anytime soon. That's like, whatever. Remnant 2, one of the best fucking games I've played this year. Like, this was a really good game, and I loved every minute of it. Best action/adventure game. Haven't played Star Wars Survivor. I still need to do that. Don't worry, I'm gonna get around to that. Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Legend of Zelda, and Alan Wake. Obviously, by default. That's the only game that I have played. Best RPG. Okay. Alright. I appreciate the fact that Starfield's here, and even though I played it, I doubt it's gonna win this. There's no way that this is supposed to win when you're going up against Lies of P, Final Fantasy 16, and essentially what people are seeing is one of the greatest games of all time to come out, and I even haven't touched the game. Baldur's Gate 3. This wins by default. Like, I'm sorry, but Starfield, you are outclassed. You are 100% outclassed. Best fighting game. Yeah, I'm out of my league. Only ones I know is Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6, and say Street Fighter 6. Don't blame me. Blame the fact that Yuri's hot. Or Yuri. Okay, so best family game. Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars. Again, I don't know when Wonder came out. Disney Illusion Island, I don't know that. But we'll go with Party Animals because I have seen stuff about this and it's actually really fucking funny. I really enjoy the stuff that I've seen coming out of this. It's great. Best Sim/strategy. See, the problem is like the only game that I know is City Skylines 2, but also it had a very terrible launch. But again, like I don't like Pikmin, Fire Emblem, Company Heroes. Like I don't know these games. I only know City Skylines, and as someone who enjoys city builders, it's likely I would have been choosing this even if I did play it. I just hope that City Skylines is actually able to improve on that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lose this. Best sports/racing game. I'm gonna be honest. Motorfest, fucking letdown apparently. I haven't heard that much out of it, which is kind of a big thing. Again, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. Didn't hear about this shit. I kid you not. It literally just never came up on my radar. Like, no one has heard that this game came out. Obviously, I'm a sucker for motorsports. I played the damn game. I don't care for you. You were shit. You were just a copy. F123. Forza Motorsports, but not by much. I'm gonna be honest. If Forza wasn't there, F1 2023 would be there. But Forza Motorsports is better in personal preference, even though they have a shitty level up system. Best multiplayer. Diablo shouldn't earn that at all. Street Fighter 6, maybe. Again, Super Mario Bros. It's not on my radar. I think the only thing that's between it's Party Animals and Baldur's Gate 3. Hold on. All right. Where did I leave off of? Right. Multiplayer games. I think Baldur's Gate. What did I say? Party Animals or Baldur's Gate? It's one of these two. Huh. I'm gonna go Baldur's Gate. Yeah. Baldur's Gate. Best adaptation. Oh, fuck. Why? Damn it. Best adaptation, Gran Turismo or Last of Us? Oh, did both of them have to come out at the same time or be nominated? Fuck. I really enjoyed Gran Turismo, but I also enjoyed The Last of Us. Fuck. You know, I think just because there is going to be a second season for Last of Us, we're going to go Gran Turismo. Is there going to be a second? I don't even know. Most anticipated game. Honestly, out of all of these, as much as I would want to say that I care about Outlaws, I kind of don't. I don't know if it's just because there hasn't been that much hype around it or what, but it's been kind of like iffy on my end. Hades, though. Supergiant Games has come out with a lot of bangers for games, so I wouldn't be surprised if this like meets up with the hype. But that being said, Like a Dragon will also get a lot of hype as well as Final Fantasy VII, because this is like what, part 2, I think, for the remake. And then Tekken 8, well, then I'm actually kind of surprised Tekken's still going on, but I mean, I guess, you know, whatever. I mean, regardless, what I'll do is Hades I'll stick with, because Hades just a good game. Content creator of the... What, were you expecting me to choose someone else? That's the only person that I watch. Best esports game of the year. See, the problem is that I'm split between these two, but I also know League of Legends is a fucking amazing event. Counter-Strike 2, dude, watching the last major of CS:GO. Oh, that was so hype. Especially just hearing the crowd go off during the finals. Oh, so good. And Vitality winning it. It's just mint. Now, obviously, you know, Valorant has its wonderful times. Masters Tokyo, fucking nuts. I'm not going to deny that. But then you also have League of Legends, where like Riot's just like, yeah, we had made like $1 billion. Let's toss like 500 million of it into League, like the finals. That's it. And it's funny that this is being brought up now, because the finals, as I'm recording this, it also might as well be when I'm uploading this, because it's likely I'll upload it the next day, is literally this weekend. Funny enough, it will start right after the F1 race in Las Vegas ends. So I could watch them back to back if I wanted to, and not at any sleep on Sunday. That's always a possibility. But personally, for me, I'd say CS. And again, I know it says CS2, but I'm doing it because of CSGO. I'm biased like that. Best esports. No, you don't put these three here. You don't. You do not. You fucking put the GOAT of League, the god of Vitality, and then the fucking literal demon in fucking Valorant. You don't do that. Oh, God, that's gonna... I don't know, dude. This is actually hard. I'm not gonna lie. Because he pops off, and then he pops off. Honestly, just to rep the US, Matt takes it. But here's the only reason why is literally because of national pride. That's it. He reps in fucking Evil Geniuses, US team. They won the Masters in Tokyo. But, you know, again, Zai Wu, fucking goated player on Vitality, freaking went off in the fucking Blast Major. Just one of the highest rated players, freaking MVP if I remember correctly too. Dude's nuts! And then, well, I mean, obviously, if you do not know Faker, you have not been in the esports scene for for a decent amount of time. And trust me, he's back in Worlds. You're gonna find out about him very soon. And as much as I care for like these guys, I personally, like, as much as I don't know that much about Ruler, I know that he's on what's the other fucking team? I'm trying to remember it. Fuck. I can't remember it. Shit. I think he's on JDJ or RDJ. I forget. I remember it was like a huge thing where it's just like, oh, it's like I'm coming in, like this is the road that I'm leading to, and then they literally have a fucking cut where Faker's like, listen, Ruler, all the roads come to me, and it's just nuts. And it's like, think about it this way: you got Ruler, who is gonna be like essentially trying to usurp the god himself of League. Yeah, he is part of JD Gaming. Yeah, okay. So I did remember that correctly. Yeah, he was part of Yeah, that's why I remember him. He used to be part of Gen G. Oh, I didn't realize that he fucking swapped over last year. Okay, good to know. Best esports team? Oh, shit. Yeah, JD, I'm not surprised. JD Gaming has been going off in League. Like, and that's kind of what's causing all the hype around it is like the story of JD Gaming trying to go up. But then you got Faker, who is essentially trying to dominate and crush any hope, and it's great. Then obviously you got Fnatic, which is one of the best teams, if not the best team in Valorant at that time, or at this time actually. I think they're still number one. Followed up by, Evil Genius essentially starting their villain arc, because literally their entire time that they've been going through Masters Tokyo, they have been talking shit to everyone, and it was fucking fantastic, and I loved it. Then obviously, like I said, fucking the hype around Vitality, winning the final major in Paris, in their home ground, as a fully French team. Actually, wait, I don't know if they're actually fully French, but primarily a French team. I was just hyped to watch, even though I literally had to get on a flight right after. I shit you not, it was something. Sometimes I wish I got into Dota 2, but I don't know. I mean, being into League kind of caused me to stay away from this, even though the TI is like one of the most well-known majors in the history of esports. But again, personal preference, Team Vitality. Look, I gave Demon, best esports player. I can't say that the full team deserves the respect that Dupree and the rest of the team gets. They're just so good. Best esports coach. Wait, why the fuck is he here? Wait, Zonic? Why is Zonic in here? Oh, Falcons, right. The fucking I think that's, if I remember correctly, that's the PIL team, which like no one fucking likes. They might be good. It's just that they're sponsored by blood money, essentially, or oil money. I forget what it's called. Since I think they're owned by the public investment firm in Saudi Arabia. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I don't remember. But I gotta give it to Potter. Christy has been nuts, and honestly, out of all three of these, she's been the more memorable one. Like Sonic I knew because obviously being in CSGO for so long, you recognize Sonic. And as much as you know, XCQ was going off, like, you know, helping out, Potter's just been there. It's just kind of how it is for that. Best esports event. Ooh. Oh God. Oh no. The reason why I'm saying oh no is because I've watched 2 and I'm gonna watch the 3rd one this week. That's gonna suck. I gotta stick with Blast, man. I gotta stick with the Paris Major. Paris Major, the final major of CSGO. You just gotta. And I think that's all. I breached the edge. Okay, well. So, that's who I voted for. Honestly, I'm not surprised that Starfield only got 1, and honestly, I think it was a pity nomination. It really wasn't as good as what a lot of people, and this is coming from someone who loved the entirety of it. Like, granted, I am also a sucker and will say if it's a shit game, but I will fucking play it. Hell, I played Cyberpunk 2077 at launch on 1.0. Like, it was like, it was bad, but I still played it. I 100%ed it, and I 100%ed it when it went to 2.0. But again, you know, when it comes down to it, a lot of them are deserving of the nominations. I think it's actually going to be very tough, primarily because Baldur's Gate 3, I think, has put so much of an impact that as much as I love Alan Wake and I want Alan Wake to win because it's deserving of getting an award, it's going to be very, very hard for it to get an award, especially when it comes down to it. Because let me see, can we actually see all the let's look at the nominees just overall. View all categories. Obviously, you can always see all the votes here that I've done, but you know, it's gonna be tight for a couple of them. I'll admit that. But with that, I think we can easily call it here. And yeah, I mean, if you had any differences when it comes down to it, I would say, you know, check it out. Tell me what you thought. Did you think what I chose was a bit biased, or do you think it's the right choice? But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next video, because, you know, I still need to do those things. Alright, I'm ending the segment.